There's one coding mistake I kept making, again and again, and I didn't even realize it was a problem, until it finally blew up in my face. I was feeling confident, pushed a new feature on a Friday, which already sounds like a setup for disaster, and by Monday, we had a full-blown issue in production. Users were affected, project managers were pinging, and I was scrambling to fix it. But here's the kicker. It wasn't just a one-time bug. It was the result of a pattern, a habit I had repeated for years without noticing. And once I saw it, I realized I wasn't just making one mistake. I was making several, all feeding into each other. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 biggest mistakes I kept making as a developer, and how they cost me more than just a few hours of debugging. If you're a junior or mid-level dev, chances are you're making at least one of these too. And trust me, catching them early will save you a lot of pain down the road. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1, treating code as a solo sport. Early in my career, my job was to write code that worked. That's it. So I wrote code that passed the tests, did the job, and made sense to me. However, it was a nightmare for anyone else to read or maintain. I had cryptic variable names, 0 comments, and no thought about how this would scale or integrate with the rest of the system. And you know what that led to? Painful code reviews and frustrated teammates. The valuable lesson I learned is that code isn't just for computers. It's for people. Write it so that a tired, under-caffeinated teammate can pick it up and still understand what's going on. Readable code is reliable code. Mistake number 2, solving the problem without understanding the problem. This one hit me hard. There were so many times I'd read a Jira ticket or GitHub issue, think, okay, I got this, and jump straight into coding. But more than once, I shipped something that technically worked and was completely wrong. Why? Because I didn't understand the problem. I hadn't asked questions. I hadn't clarified edge cases. I didn't even walk through the user flow fully. This caused a lot of rework, and honestly, it made me look sloppy. Now, before I touch a single line of code, I ask myself, what exactly is the user trying to do? What problem are we solving? Is there a simpler or more aligned way to approach this? Clear understanding beats fast execution, every time. Mistake number 3, ignoring technical debt because it wasn't my job. For a long time, I had this mindset. Someone else will fix it. I'd see outdated logic, bloated functions, weird edge case hacks, and just step over it like a mess in the hallway. After all, my ticket was to add a button, not refactor 200 lines of spaghetti, right? But over time, all that ignored debt caught up to us. Things got harder to test. Features took longer to ship. Bugs popped up in areas we were afraid to touch. And then I realized, this is everyone's problem, including mine. Now I try to adopt the mindset of a code camper. Leave the area a little cleaner than I found it, even if it's just renaming a confusing variable or deleting dead code. Small improvements compound over time. Don't wait for permission to care. Mistake number 4, relying too much on manual testing. Look, we've all done this. You finish a feature, click around a bit, see that it mostly works, and ship it. That's what I did before that Friday production bug. What didn't I do? Write even a single automated test. No unit test, no integration test, nothing to catch edge cases. So when things did break, and they always do, I had no clue what went wrong or where to start. Manual testing is great for exploratory stuff, but it's not scalable. You won't remember to test everything every time, and you shouldn't have to. Now, I try to write a couple of focused tests that cover the weird edge cases and business logic. Even just that small safety net makes me code more confidently, and sleep better at night. Mistake number 5, thinking that learning is equal to more tools. This one took me years to realize. When I felt stuck or behind, I'd binge tutorials. I thought the answer was always a new framework, a new library, some new hot tech. And yeah, tools matter. But you know what helped me the most? Learning how to think like a developer. Things like breaking down problems before diving in, naming things clearly, communicating trade-offs, asking better questions in stand-ups or reviews. Once I focused on those fundamentals, everything else got easier. Frameworks come and go, but your habits, your thinking, are what make you a better engineer. So, back to that bug I mentioned at the start. It didn't happen because I was a bad dev. It happened because I was repeating small mistakes without noticing. Coding in isolation, rushing without clarity, skipping cleanup, avoiding tests, and chasing tools instead of mastering fundamentals. If any of that sounds familiar, good. That means you're self-aware enough to grow past it. These mistakes don't make you a bad developer. They just make you human. But recognizing them, that's how you level up. If you've ever repeated a mistake like this, drop it in the comments. Let's be honest about the stuff we all struggle with. Like this video if it helped you reflect. And subscribe if you want more real talk on becoming a better developer, not just a faster one. I'll see you in the next one.